Hello BookTube, Sarah here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with a discussion video of sorts. Today I want to talk to you about where I find my ebook deals, essentially. My last book haul, I believe it was mentioned in the comments. Somebody asked me, I think it was Sissy, wanted to know where I find a lot of my ebook deals. And I was originally going to include this in a Friday Reads, but I decided it kind of deserved a video of its own. So I am one of those people, I do not like paying full price for something unless I absolutely have to. And with ebooks, the only ebooks that I purchase at full price are typically my pre-orders. And those are ones that I really, really want to have, even though I know I'm really not going to get to them for a while, but still. 90% of everything else I get on sale and or free. So there are tons of places out there that you can find ebook deals. These are just the ones that I use. So let's jump in and get started. So we're going to start off with Kindle, of course. The Kindle Daily Deals. If you have an Amazon account and you have a Kindle device, either a separate e-reader like I have, or you have the Kindle app or whatever, you can actually sign up for Kindle Daily Deals. I'm sure most of you are probably already aware of this, but there is a spot if you go into Amazon and you go to Kindle and you go to Kindle Books, somewhere in there it should be a place that says Kindle Daily Deals. So you can actually sign up, and every single morning you will get an email. Generally it's in the morning, sometimes it's a little bit later in the afternoon, but that's rare. You'll get about an email with 4 or 5 books that are actually on sale. So, you know, that's a great way to find books as well, or a great way to find some books. Another way are the Kindle monthly deals. Again, the same way I talked about going in to find the daily deals, along the top as well where it says daily deals and it might say monthly deals, is they have tons and tons of books that they put on sale every month. And definitely go and check that list out. Typically, you know, the first week of the month, I usually go and I scour all the lists because they actually have them broken down by category, whether they're fiction, nonfiction, romance, mystery, thriller. They have them all broken down, YA, whatever. You can go through those individual lists and look at all the books. Now, some of them cross genres. It might be a romantic suspense, so you'd find it in both romance and thriller and mystery. So, you know, that's kind of fun that even if you're going to look in one, you're not necessarily going to miss something. But I still go through everything because you never know. There just might be something that catches your eye. And, you know, typically they're like 80% off. So that's a really, really great deal too. Now we're going to get into the newsletters. There are a couple of newsletters that I actually subscribe to. You'll have to bear with me. I'm just kind of looking down at my notes here. One is BookBub, which I'm not sure if a lot of you have heard about. But BookBub, you can go in, and again, I'll leave the links to all these in the down bar below. You sign up for it, and you can actually pick what genres of books you're interested in. So you're not going to get everything. You're going to get this tailored to you, which is fantastic. And you can pick tons of different categories. Again, you know, romance, mystery, religious, nonfiction, all kinds of categories they have. You just kind of tick the boxes, and you can go back in and change it at any time. You know, if suddenly you find you're just not reading as much history or whatever anymore, you can go and untick that box, and you won't get those in your email anymore. So it's one newsletter, no matter how many different categories you check off. And you get this every day, and a lot of times the books are free. Other times they're very affordable, 99 cents, you know, $1.99, what have you. It's absolutely fantastic. The other newsletter that comes out every Friday is one of my favorites, and I literally look forward to this every Friday of this coming into my inbox. And pardon me for swearing, but this is the name. It's the Smart Bitches Trashy Books newsletter. Now, they actually have a podcast and a website where they review romance novels. This is strictly romance novels, but it's also like romantic suspense. There's some YA, like, you know, anything that has some sort of a romantic aspect in it, you're going to find on this, in this newsletter. And like I said, it comes out every Friday. There's generally about 10 books, and they're kind of arranged in a way by category. So like, you know, all the historical romance, and then you're going to get contemporary romance, and then, you know, they even include box sets occasionally if they're there. It is fantastic. And like I said, I really look forward to these every single week. Reason being, with BookBub, as great as it is, the majority of the books are indie authors or, you know, self-published. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's the type of books you're going to get. occasionally you're going to have something that's more mainstream, if you will. The books for the SBTB, which I will call it that so I don't have to keep swearing, they deal more with maybe New York Times bestselling authors. You know, authors that you're gonna recognize a bit more than what you're gonna see on BookBub, if that makes sense. So I highly recommend that you check out that newsletter if you're into romance. They even have Christian romance on there, all kinds of stuff. Now, I'm gonna do a video probably next month in April on my favorite podcast, because I do listen to a number or a few book-related podcasts, and this is one I'm gonna talk about. But if you're interested in the meantime, please go check it out. It's absolutely fantastic. It's hysterical. You know, every week there's an hour-long podcast and they talk about romance novels. I mean, what could be any better than that? The other thing I want to talk about was Harlequin. Now, I talk about Harlequin a lot on this website, or on this channel, because I absolutely love it. You guys know how addicted I am to my Harlequin novels. If you guys read Harlequin novels, and bear with me just a second here, I'm just looking for something, and I'm not just talking the category romance. I am also talking, is it Mira? M-I-R-A. It's one of the subsidiaries of Harlequin. HQN is another one. Harlequin publishes a lot, you know, books like this under their banner. Avon, I believe, is now one of their imprints as well. So it's not just the category romance that I typically mention, you know, the Blaze novels, or the American Western novels, or the super romances, or whatever. It's a lot of these as well. Or even, you know, My Heather Graham, she's on there as well, you know, a subsidiary of Harlequin. So, you know, if you go to the harlequin.com website, and you can sign up for the Harlequin's Rewards program, and it's free to join, and you get points. I think it's 100 points per dollar spent. And every 2,000 points, you get a free book up to a value of $8.99 US. It's awesome. Now, I'm not just talking books that you buy on Harlequin. You can buy these books for your Kindle. So if you're on, you know, Amazon, and you see, you know, for example, this book in an ebook, and it can be a print book or an ebook. There's details on the website how to submit your receipts for both. But for example, I do ebooks. So I purchased this as an ebook. And then I get the email from Amazon saying, thank you for your purchase of yada, 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 The Hidden by Heather Graham, right? Well, then there's an email address that you can email. So you forward, just as it is, forward that onto this receipts email at harlequin.com or whatever it is. And within 24 hours, you get the points added to your account. So for example, if this book cost me $8 as an ebook, I would get 800 points immediately put onto my to my account at Harlequin. And, you know, if you buy books on Harlequin, the points are automatically added. There's also little areas where you can, like, do, like, little votes. You know, which cover do you like better? Or, you know, little polls, like, what's your perfect Valentine's Day? Stuff like that. They're fun little things that you can do. And you get, like, 100 bonus points for those. Or every month they'll have a special deal. Like, for example, let's say this was the book that month. You know, if you buy this book, you get 3,000 bonus points. Or something like that. Really, if you read these books, it's, you know, and then again, when you trade in your points, you can get these. Or, you know, anything else that might be under the Harlequin banner. If, you know, if you're apprehensive because you think it's just the category romance and it's something that you would not be interested, check them out. You'd be surprised how many New York Times bestselling authors are on the Harlequin website. And, I mean, if you're going to buy the books anyway, why not get something back for it? So, you know, again, that's a way that I get a lot of affordable ebooks. And also, when I talk about the Free Book Fridays, these kinds of books would also be absolutely included in that as well. So buy 3, get 1 free. I mean, why not, right? So that's another option. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in deals for this video is one that is kind of something that I figured out on my own. And when I realized that you could do this, I thought this was a really, really cool thing. I have a wish list on Amazon of ebooks. Like if I'm watching BookTube videos and somebody mentions a book, I will go on Amazon and I will immediately add it to my wish list and just leave it there. And then what I do is every couple weeks there is an option. If you go into your wish list feature, along the top there's an area that says like to sort. So you could sort it by, you know, date added or author's name or book title name. There's also an option to sort it by price drops. So if you click on that, it'll show you all just the books that have had a price drop in the last couple weeks. And I go through that and I look at stuff that maybe had a price drop. The other day, and I'm going to mention this one in my my next book haul, that there was a book that when I put it on my wish list, was $9.99, and this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I did the price drop thing on Saturday just for fun, just to see, you know, maybe was there anything. And that had a price drop of 74%. It was now $2.99. So I immediately snagged it. Now, you're not always going to get, you know, high price drops. It might only be 3 or 4%. But occasionally you're going to come across ones that are, you know, a really, really decently, you know, a decent price drop. And it's kind of, I don't want to say sneaky, but it's kind of a fun way to keep your radar on and, you know, and looking at these books, because, you know, you've got all these things maybe on your wish list and then you go through the price drop thing and you're like, oh, wow, that dropped 10%, but wait, do I even still want to read that book? It's been on my wish list for a year and I haven't grabbed it yet. So, you know, delete it or whatever. So it kind of helps keeping your wish list clean as well. But that's just kind of a little suggestion that I have. And you can do that with print books as well. It doesn't necessarily just have to be ebooks. That works for print books as well, absolutely. So you can definitely try that out. But anyway, guys, that's all that I have for this video. I hope you found some good tips and tricks and maybe a couple newsletters to subscribe to. If you have any suggestions on where to get cheaper ebooks, please post them in the comments below, because I would love to hear more, and I'm sure other people watching this video would love some more suggestions as well. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next video. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.